Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted video from Celia. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you for this mission. So as you can see, veteran rank 2537 with these battles. Carbink, Dartrix, and Hypno. So I looked at this team and I'm just like, well, this isn't going to work because you're pretty rough against steals all around, right? I'm like, Fairthorn and Steelix are everywhere. Like, that's going to cause you some problems. And then I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? I just ran a Steelix Shadow Giraffe rig. And in the video, I said Shadow Giraffe rig with confusion outside of the Fairthorn does great. Like, it does great against Magnezone. It does great against Empoleon because your confusions just add up so much. Now, having the Thunder Punch here and Ice Punch gives Hypno a little bit of coverage against that stuff. And you got the bulk and you are Shadow, right? So you are doing some damage there. Carbink is the #1 ranked Pokemon in this meta. And the Dartrix I've never seen in action. I couldn't tell, I looked at the battles, couldn't tell whether it was Leafage or Magical Leaf as a fast move. Maybe I'll notice a bit better as I watch through some of the battles here. So yeah, let's look at some battles and see how these matches went. Okay, so Carbink into Annihilate is a kind of neutralist matchups, but instant swap to Hypno. Hypno seems like a pretty safe swap. Could be Night Slash. I don't know how many counters you got through there. Could be Shadow Bulk. You got 3 confusions. Just Night Slash. Night Slash does well over 50%. Dugong comes in. Now going to hit them with the Thunder Punch, which will be super effective. Not enough to take out, and they'll probably get to a... Okay, so grab to 1 shield. They do get to move. Could be Icy Wind. I think at this point you just come back in with Carbink and just get ahead on energy. Yeah, just get ahead on energy here. I don't even know if I worry about shielding. I think you take a couple drill runs. Let's see how much 1 drill run does. Like 45%. 14. Oh, you are very underpowered, Carbink. 1424. So make a catch, a drill run catch on a Dartrix. That's interesting. Good catch, I guess. I think it's Leafage as the fast move. This thing seems glassy, but it seems pretty spammy. So at the Seed Bomb, this will take out. Now they have a Shadow Vic. Building up to the Brave Bird, baiting. So the question is, do people even know what the moveset is and are they going to respect it? So they do shield. I mean, you're half flying, half grass, so you have to imagine that people at least know, just looking at your typing, your moveset. Now it just can get alignment here. Carbink into Annihilate again. So let's see if you do the exact same. Get out into Hypno. You do. Let's see if they get out any slower. They do. Did I just repeat the battle? Or did you repeat the battle? What's happening here? Night Slash. This is looking... Okay. Almost identical matchup. Instead of coming Dugong, they come Walrein. Unless they're running Walrein and Dugong in the back, because this is an Annihilate my team, if that's the case. They do get to a move. This will take you out. Your confusion did go through, so you could shield to take it, but they will get the move off. Take shield advantage, that's fine. Carbink can easily come in, waiting for your switch clock to come out. I don't know if I like that. I think I would probably just sacrifice like a Carbink move here. But you do match shields. You get a couple energy advantage. Maybe you're for Alligator. Okay, so not far off from the team that I put out. Hydro Cannon resisted. This will be the first test to see how heavy hitting this. Okay, what are the stat products on this thing? I'm going to go check that out because that actually did way less than I thought it would. But now you have it, your Annihilate on Carbink, but it seems to be low enough that you can just probably Rock Throw down even though it's resisted. Shadow Ball does hurt. Yeah, you do get to the Moonblast. Is this a Night Slash or is it just a Night Slash? Going for an aggressive farm down. Get it. Add a Moonblast. Yeah, Leafage is the recommended moveset here on PvPoke 2. Carbink into... Jeez Louise. I know Annihilate is... Well, I actually said put Annihilate on the lead because that's where all the steals are. So come in with a Mantine. This is great. This is double super effective. Yeah, grab one shield. Even if they Ice Beam or Aerial Ace, that's not going to take you out. So this is fine just taking this move. You can live another Aerial Ace even at this point. If you really wanted to, you can live this and get a move off and then either go up 2 shields or take switch here. That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure this will take out Shadow double super effective Thunder Punch. Yep. So just like that, you flip switch, out comes a Wall Rain. Now you got your Carbink on it, and then you can have your Dark Tricks run free. Interesting stat product. 112 attack, 116 defense, 152 stamina, 1994 overall. Right at that stat product that you like to see it. Leafage versus Magical Leaf with stab, 3.5 energy per turn and 3.6 damage per turn for, so okay energy to damage combo. Not super amazing, but not bad. Magical Leaf is actually interesting. Slightly less energy, but decent amount more damage to 3.33 and 4. So I think both are good. And then Seed Bomb, okay move. 45 energy, 72 damage, 1.6. But then obviously your Brave Bird, 55, 156, 2.84. It's a nuke. It's a nuke that lowers your defense by 3. So those nukes usually have some sort of secondary effect like that. Let's get the farm down there for the win. So yeah, it's an interesting stat product, and it's interesting moveset, interesting stat product. Not bad overall. Great lead. Gligar comes in. Yeah, I guess you get the Ice Punch here. You'll live one Dig or Aerial Ace, just an Aerial Ace. Get the Ice Punch off. I feel like you'll live, but yeah, maybe worth shielding. To try maybe double shield and keep switch. They give up switch. I was about to say, you should be able to keep switch no matter what you want to do. Because you really don't want your Flying Grass to see a double super effective Powder Snow user, right? So I think you would have to fight for switch on that one no matter what. They will take you out. That's fine. Just get the Carbink back on this. For Alligator. Now, for Alligator is going to have an energy advantage. This leafage is adding up. Hydro, Bait. Yeah, okay, so it's definitely leafage because it looks like a 2 versus 2 move here. But they baited you, so they will definitely get to that Ice Beam here. Just as they're getting to the thing. But damage is done. Damage is... Oh, they don't even get to it. It's just a Hydro. Interesting. Interesting. Ferrothorn. So this is where I kind of want to see what's happening here. Because right now, so going in... well, okay. This is not the worst thing you're going to see. So... You'll take switch. You're probably going to have to shield to take switch, which I think is worth fighting for. Yeah. I mean, fighting for what, though, is the question. Because you now have a Hypno and a Carbink on what is a potentially a shield advantage Ferrothorn, which is not a good situation to be in. So I'm wondering... Oh, I see. I don't... so they do farm you down. Yeah, I think you just take it on your Carbink. Take whatever move here. You got to save it for the Ferrothorn. But now what do? Do you try and go Hypno? Because at least Hypno has Ice Punch, which is neutral. Yeah, you're blind. You're going blindly here. Get hit with a Marowak, which is okay. They're probably just going to let... If they're smart, they just let this go and get a Shadow Bone off. No, they're going to try and commit the shields. I mean, that's also an option. I think you need to kind of respect the Shadow Bone, but call the Bone Club bait. That's nice. Yeah, that's a risky bait. I wouldn't bait there. Now you're going to try and go one shield advantage Carbink. But Carbink's going to take super effective from these. I really don't see how you win this matchup. Even a Moonblast resisted is going to do like... I'd be surprised even if you get to 50% here. Not even close. This game's over. Yeah, and that's the problem with this team. Even in my giraffe rig video, I basically said if they have a Ferrothorn or like a bulky Pokemon where your moves are resisted, you're gonna lose. And I feel like that's kind of the situation here too. Dartrix has their second safe swap, knowing you can get through a Brave Bird and grab a shield or take switch. Ooh, I won't even be able to take switch here. That's even worse. Crocaller, how tanky are you that you survived a Brave Bird? A stab Brave Bird. Crocaller. Incinerate, Crunch, Flamethrower. Not super tanky. 119, 106, 146 stamina is decent, but 1859 overall. Not super amazing. I'm really surprised that Brave Bird did not take out from a 112 attack. Interesting. Sorry, side. Well, it's interesting because there's two Pokemon that I would generally I've never used before show up in a match against each other, so it was kind of interesting. Yeah, but back to my team thoughts about this. I don't think I can't overcome being that weak to steel on this team, given how prevalent steel is in this current meta. Right, Magnezones are everywhere, Ferrothorns are everywhere, rightfully so, with the amount of flyers and the lack of like fighters and steel and ground and stuff. So you shield up with potential earth power, which is nice. Get this Moonblast off. Take the game there. Against the legend here. See what teams... Okay, great lead. They are staying in, which is... Oh, okay. This is very much a... Yeah, this is very much a I've already hit legend. Let's have a meme. Go battle day. This is probably triple fire or something. Everything's resisted, so you don't... I mean, Blastburn would a little hurt. Everything's resisted, though, so you don't need to shield. But I think you're reading a triple team week 2. Okay, Pelipper. Yeah, okay. Start grabbing some shields. Pelipper's not going to be super easy. Yeah, I mean, it's easy enough with this, but yeah. Terribly absorb the Weather Ball and Hypno and just get to the Thunder Punch, take it out. Okay, this is a nothing matchup, but this was a matchup that truly screamed, I want to get through my Go Battle Day battles, and I've already hit legend. Ponyta. Shiny. Very nice shiny. Again, I'm not a shiny hunter, but that is a really nice shiny one. I love it. Carbink into Haxorus. So counter user, but you're doing neutral. They get out. Toxapex. Yeah, this is a very nice answer to Toxapex with the Thunder Punch. Should be able to take this easily. I really don't... Sludge Wave is going to hurt if they got to Sludge Wave. Yeah, I was going to say, this will hurt. I don't think enough to switch. I mean, if they double shield, they can take switch, but I don't know if that's worth it. So they probably just let this go. Get the confusion off, take it out. Barely. Holy smokes. This is why I said Hypno's not good. You got a Shadow Hypno on a poison doing super effective Thunder Punches, and you barely won, which is crazy. But now against Mew, yeah, this is just spam as much as you can and then make the decision where oh, they're already down a shield. This game's over, yeah. Wild Charge, not enough to take out. Yeah, it's only neutral and it's non-stab and it's a Mew, so it's not surprising. Basically just sacrificing this, instant swap. Again, counters are neutral, so they could... What is this thing I have? Breaking Swipe and something. Yeah, Breaking Swipe is just said they're hoping for the attack fall and they got it, but it only is going to take 2 Rock Slides. You don't need to shield if it's another Breaking Swipe, but these counters will start adding up, right? You're already down to the yellow, so it's not a nothing thing here. Get 1 shield. CMP shielding. Again, I think it's just a breaking swipe, but it might want to start shielding something. Yeah. This will take out. And what is left? How much of the Mew is left? An okay amount. I guess they did just jump. They did just drop all their energy, so it's not surprising there. Mandibuzz, great lead. They're going to have to get out into something. That something is a water Pokemon, so you hit those with that. 5. So you got to respect the Ice Beam, I think. Or are you calling a bait? Yeah, no, you got to respect the Ice Beam. Yeah, 2 for Hydro, 3, 4. They'll get, if they shield, they'll get to another one, and I think you have to shield no matter what. Why is my thing lagging a lot? I think you have to shield because you need to keep switch. You cannot have a Hypno on a Mandibuzz, especially when you have a Carbink. So good bait by your opponent, good shielding by you. That's exactly how this matchup should play out. Getting to the Brave Bird. Again, if they are smart, they will just let this go and just try and go one shield with it in the back. They should probably throw though. Yeah, so far so good. Your opponent's playing really well. Because they throw this, take you out, and then instant swap when you come in here is a Quagsire. Quagsire is going to have a little... They're going to need to either 3 Aqua Tails or Stone Edge here. It looks like they're going 3 Aqua Tails. So you'll live this. These confusions are adding up. I think they have to shield this. Now the question is, can you get to move? No, your confusion a little too long to register. They'll take you out. Now the question is, I don't even think you need to get to Moonblast. I think you could just probably Rock Throw it at this point, but it's a non-shadow, so it's probably still going to take like 3. You're a bit lower, so 3 Aqua Tails to take it out. I'd say 4, but not being full health. Out comes a Mandibuzz. I don't know, but I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to just make you burn some energy, but you're not going to burn any energy on a Mandibuzz. So you're going to get to 100 energy, take these crap moves, just farm down and come out with a Moonblast. Because there's nothing that Mandibuzz has that can threaten you. So there's no risk at all. I don't like that catch. I just think you have to try and outpace there. Because Mandibuzz just allows you for the full farm down there. So played well up until that point. Again, I don't know if you may have outpaced anyways. Okay, terrible lead. Switch. Not a great answer again, right? So we've already seen this play out. You can live 1 with ease. Thunder Punch will take out, so I expect you to let the first one go. Hope they mirror shields here. But given that it's a punch and there's only like 4 of them, I expect a shield here. Now the question is it worth fighting for switch? And in my opinion, it is. So you're going to go down to, you're going to try and get what you did last time. This will take, again, this is the exact same scenario as last time. This will take out. If they're smart, they're fighting for switch. I think they have to. And I think at this point, you now have to go 2 Shield Dartrix for the win. So coming Carbink, let all the moves go. Take it. 2 Shield Dartrix for the win. You're going to easily take out the Quagsire. So it's just what's in the back. Flyer. Flyer in his water. Just going to go straight Brave Bird. I would shield anything. It's probably just a Weather Ball, but yeah, it's probably worth the shield. I'm going Brave Bird, just get rid of this because, yes, Seed Bomb would not take this out, and it's not worth taking any more moves when you can get to this move very easily. Aqua Tail, 3 times lowered Aqua Tail. You get the move anyways. Would a 3 times lowered Aqua Tail, 3 times, sorry, your defense is 3 times lowered. So would your defense being 3 times lowered have taken you out there? The question is, I don't know. So nice 5-0 there. Gets you up to 2652, right? Not bad. Not bad at all. I feel like a 3 times, like when your defense drops by 3, that's a lot of defense drop. So even a resisted move is going to feel like a friggin' hard hitting there. Anyways, thanks for the battles. Yes, again, good battles. It's It's one of those things with the steals. So with those battles, you didn't see many Steelix. You saw like one Ferrothorn, which is very tough to overcome. You didn't see any Steelix. You didn't see a ton of Empoleons. Those are the types of things where... So this is a type of team where... I say this all the time. And it really depends on the meta that you are seeing and whether it's worth the risk. This team is likely to lose to those steel Pokemon. So if those steel Pokemon are on your opponent's team, like a Ferrothorn lead, you are more likely than not to lose, realistically. So the question is it worth running a team that's going to lose to one or two certain Pokemon if you think that it's going to beat the majority of the other teams you're seeing, right? Lots of Flyers teams. How many Mantines and stuff do we see? So between the Hypno with Thunder Punch we saw easily take that, and the Carbink very easily takes it. Lots of Quagsires we've seen. Dartrix takes care of that, and Hypno does okay against that as well. So you have enough here to deal with the majority of the meta while failing with a couple of them. So it's really up to you, your own analysis in what you're seeing, to make that decision of whether you think it's worth running the few losses you may see versus what seems to be a good amount of wins outside of that. So that's the decision you need to make yourself. Again, I have run teams like this where you're like, okay, if I see this Pokemon I lose, I just need to chalk up that loss to it is what it is and try and go on to the next one. Some people don't like just being like completely walled like that, so you need to, again, make a decision based on what you think is best. Anyways, thank you for the submission. If you want to submit any other Great League Remix battles, link in the description. I did see someone else did submit a Great League Remix, but it was Magnezone, Gligar, Annihilate, and I just ran a Magnezone, Gligar, and Quagsire, and I just showcased it. So I probably won't showcase that one. Thank you for the submission though, but if it's like the exact same of what I just put out, it's kind of tough to showcase. So yeah, link in the description. This is on again next week, so I'm sure to showcase more. So I appreciate that, appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.